Time check. It's English class with Teacher Rosemay.
Good day everyone, I am Teacher Rosemay and I am here to help you in this learning journey. Are you ready to learn? At the end of our lesson, you are expected to first, identify the fundamental rules in grammar. Second, realize the importance of having prior knowledge on the fundamentals of grammar. Third, write definitions observing correct usage of grammar.
Arrange the scrambled letters correctly that will lead us to our topic this morning.
More bravely into the scary world
Our
of
topic for today is all about observe correct grammar and making definitions.
Grammar guidelines. These 11 rules of grammar will help you become champ at selecting words and punctuations.
Grammar is the rules of a language governing the sounds, words, sentences, and other elements, as well as their combination and interpretation. As you can see here, there are 11 rules of grammar. First, use active voice. Every human language starts an active sentence with the subject or the doer. In English, the verb "what's being done" follows the subject. If there is an object, the receiver of the action, it comes after the verb. The formula looks like this: subject plus verb plus object. Let's look at an example. Cindy walks the dog. Cindy there is the subject, walks is the verb, and the dog is the object or the doer of the action. Are we clear, class? Second, link ideas with a conjunction. Sometimes, you want to link two ideas with a second. Subject plus verb plus object combination. When you do, you need a coordinating conjunction. So, the new formula looks like this: subject plus verb plus object, comma, coordinating conjunction, plus subject plus verb plus object. Example: Chilene likes coffee, but her brother prefers tea. Coordinating conjunctions are easy to remember. We just need to remember the word fanboys. Stand for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Did you understand? Third rule is use a comma to connect two ideas as one. Fanboys are used when connecting two ideas as one in a single sentence, but don't forget the comma. For example, Mary fed her dog and I drank tea. As you can see, we are using a comma to connect two ideas as one. Did you understand? Fourth rule is use the serial comma in a list. The serial or Oxford comma is a controversial rule of grammar. Some want to eliminate it altogether, while others just don't know how to use it. The serial comma is the last comma in a list. usually appearing before and. For example, Jocelyn has a dog, a cat, and a goldfish. As you can see there, the serial comma is the comma after the cat and before the and. Fifth rule of the grammar: use the semicolon to join two ideas. A list of grammar rules has to include the scariest of punctuation marks. It might look funny, but don't be afraid of the semicolon. It's the easiest thing in the world to use. Say you want to join two ideas but can't figure out or can't be bothered to use a coordinating conjunction. The two ideas can be separate sentences, but you think that they are so closely connected. They really should be one. Use a semicolon. For example, Mary's dog is hyperactive. It won't stop barking or sit still. So, as you can see here, we are using the semicolon to join two ideas. Did you get it? Next rule is use the simple present tense for habitual actions. The simple present tense is the tense you use for any habitual action. The things you always do or do every day are described with the simple present, which just means you pick up the first form of any verb. For example, Mary and I drink tea every Tuesday together. As we can see here, we are using the simple present tense for habitual actions. Next, use the present progressive tense for current action. The present progressive tense is for anything that is happening right now. All of the progressive tenses are easy to spot because their verbs always end with ing and get a helping verb. A helping verb is just so we know who and when we're talking about. In the present progressive, the helping verbs are the present tense conjugation of to be. For example, I am drinking tea. Another, Mary is playing with her hyperactive dog. So as we can see here, we can spot the present progressive tense because their verbs always end with ing. Are we clear? Okay, next, add ed to verbs for the past tense. When we talk about the past, we have to add an ed to regular verbs to make the second form. Irregular verbs are tricky and have their own sets of rules. Drink, for example, turns to drunk. Most of the time, though, ed will do. For example, I drank a lot of tea yesterday, but Mary didn't. The dog stopped barking 2 seconds ago and I am feeling better. Next, Mary played fetch with her hyperactive dog. As we can see in the examples above, we notice how the regular verbs and irregular verbs change to its second form because of its own rules. Practice makes perfect with the perfect tenses. Here are the 3 rules to finish the 11 rules of grammar. If you remember this, you'll be well on your way to perfection. Use present perfect for the unfinished past. The present perfect can be confusing for some, but it is one of the most important rules of grammar. When people talk about things that have already happened, but consider the time in which they occurred to be unfinished, they use the third form of the verb with a helping verb. The helping verb for the present perfect is the present tense conjugation of to have. For example, I have drunk 3 cups of tea today. Mary's hyperactive car dog has bitten me 30 times so far. Unfortunately, the only way to know the third forms of the verbs is to remember them. Did you get me? Okay, let's proceed. Second to the last, Use present perfect progressive for unfinished action and past. When the action as well as the time is considered unfinished, the verb loads up on third form helping verbs, to be and to have, and changes to the progressive form. For example, I have been drinking tea all day. Another example, Mary's dog has been barking like crazy since it was born. Always remember the helping verbs to be and to have. Last but not the least, use past perfect for the first of two past actions. When two things happen in the past, we have to mark which one happened first. The one that happened first changes to third form and gets the helping verb, had. Always remember the word had. For example, by the time I drank 1 cup of tea, Mary's dog had barked 1,000,000 times. Another example, he could not pay for lunch because he had lost his wallet. We just need to remember the word had so that we can apply the 11th rule of the grammar, which is use past perfect for the first of two past actions. And now it's activity time. First thing to do, prepare your pen, paper, and cell phone for this activity. Scan the QR code and answer on your paper. You have 20 seconds to answer each question. Are you ready? Let's get started! Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Okay, job well done, class. Thank you for your cooperation, my dear students. I hope you learned something from me. Again, this is Teacher Rosemay, and that's all for today.